You're watching the Big 12 SEC Challenge as part of Holiday Hoops, presented by Kay Jewelers. Big 12 leads 6-3. And this is the 10th and final matchup of this challenge. Chance for an exclamation mark from Oklahoma, but it's not been easy tonight, to say the least.
I don't know if you would describe this game as exclamation point worthy. Right now, it might just kind of be an ellipsis, just kind of a ...
Wondering if either of these teams would recalibrate as far as their shooting percentages at the half, and A&M trying to crawl back into this game.
Again, we talked about it for Billy Kennedy's club. To be down 5 points and shooting 20% is amazing, and really a testimony to their defense, the ability they have done on Buddy Hield and Cameron Clark. Good defense can keep you in basketball games. Eventually, you got to make some shots, but they keep you in it.
Spangler rebounds the Cousins miss. And a reset for Oklahoma. Hield, though, will jack up a three. Cousins again. Isaiah Cousins working hard for his third field goal.
Averages 4 rebounds per game this year. Isaiah Cousins went high for that one.
Both of these teams have been so far from the basket, oftentimes 20, 25 seconds into the shot clock.
Well, here we are down at 10, and that's the first time the ball went inside the three-point line.
Buddy Hield the reach and the foul on Sean Smith.
Regardless of what zone defense you're going against, you've got to make a zone defense expand and contract, and expand and contract. And you attack gaps either off the dribble or with the pass or even with a shot fake, but you have to make it move, and A&M has struggled making this zone contract. See how spread out it is, and the ball's just going around the perimeter.
Robertson rebounds, space is missed, another ball knocked out of bounds. Remains Aggies ball. Mild-mannered Billy Kennedy not showing the frustration, but you're starting to see it on a few of these players, just not able to get any open looks.
Now, you're not going to see it on Billy Kennedy. Billy Kennedy has dealt with far more serious matters in life than a bad shooting night in Houston, Texas. And I'm a big Billy Kennedy guy. I've known Billy a while now, and well, he is class and integrity, and he inherited a mess that he is trying to fight his way out of and build and build. And he is a tremendous young man and an outstanding coach.
Coming off an 18-win season last year, they're first in the SEC. Of course, they had that big win at Rupp Arena against Kentucky. Cam Clark trying to get in the scorebook. Fabian Harris was fouled after he grabbed the rebound.
There's not much difference between a bad shot and a turnover. It all leads, a lot of times it leads to a fast break. That time, but for a foul, Cameron Clark's bad shot, and the Aggies would have been off and running with numbers. This 1-3-1's been awful good. As harsh as I've been in this game, or as honest, as bad as this game's been played, A&M's defense has been outstanding, and Oklahoma's 1-3-1 has been very good.
NBA try from Jordan Green. Space, the putback, and a chance for a three-point play. Ball just caromed right to space, and able to lay it in, and a chance for three.
Shot from behind the NBA three-point line, and boy, that's just a good, strong rebound down there inside by Antoine Space, and that's that vulnerability we've been talking about of having Jordan Woodard at 6 feet responsible for the weak side box out.
This team started, we had 7 of the 10 players as guards. Now, a couple of those guys, long-ranged athletic players, but not a lot of those beefeaters on the low blocks. And Cameron Clark in the scorebook, averaging 19 a game. That's his first 2. Boy, he's coming off a 31-point performance against UT Arlington, and the Sooners needed every one of those to win by 2. Largest lead has been 9 for Oklahoma. Aggies trying to hang around. Jordan Green strong to the rim.
Good job of attacking the gap down there on the bottom by Jordan Green.
Woodard was all alone. He'll pull the trigger. And Jordan Woodard starting to heat up. Well, Fabian Harris trying to draw the contact. He didn't get the foul, but he gets the field goal.
Ryan Spangler would have had a blocked shot, but his hand got caught up in the net as he was trying to swing at that Fabian Harris shot.
The space with the one-handed rebound. A bit of a flurry of activity here in the last 2 minutes. Harris wildly to the rim, but he was fouled by Spangler again.
Cameron Clark, you talked about the 31 he had against UT Arlington. He had 32 points earlier this year, career high against Michigan State. And that jump shot with about 13 minutes to go in the second half was Cameron Clark's first basket of the game. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the net. And Cameron Clark's a streaky kid. He could get on a spurt and put up some points, but that is a shocking number right there. Credit A&M's defense. There is no question that when you get ready to play Oklahoma, your focus are Buddy Hield and Cameron Clark. And if you can take them out of their game, you've got a chance to win. And that's what Billy Kennedy has done here this afternoon.
Kennedy's teams holding their opponents just over 61 points a game, but let's face it, their schedule is not near as strong non-conference-wise than what they will face going forward soon in SEC play.
Well, their 2 losses this year, they lost to Missouri State and lost to a very good SMU team. SMU team, Larry Brown's squad's underrated. That's a pretty good squad with a lot of talent they've put together. And
recruiting some top-notch players not only in this state but throughout the country.
Fabian Harris, an 88% free throw shooter with a very unorthodox shot.
Right, a dribbling from Cousins. It'll belong to A&M.
Watch this shot by Fabian Harris. It's got a little hitch in it. He's got his shoulders turned. He stops, he turns. And if you were going to teach a young man how to shoot a basketball, you would not let him watch that video.
It's like a catapult.
It has so many things going wrong, it would be hard to know where to start. But at the end of the day, he makes it. He's an 88% shooter. And you know, it's kind of like those guys in the NBA where they have just a real unorthodox shot and they make it, and smart coaches leave them alone. It's like a golf swing. Everybody's swing doesn't have to look the same.
Smith wide open. And that lid remains on the baskets for both teams. Tyler Neal to the rim. He'll have free throws when we come back. Oklahoma maintains their lead. It's the Sooners by 5. Welcome back to the Big 12 SEC Challenge as part of Holiday Hoops presented by Kay Jewelers. Sooners lead the Aggies by 5, and it has been a busy day on ESPNU. Julius Randle, 29 points. Towson wins in Eastern Washington on that bright red turf, 35-31. So they'll play North Dakota State in the FCS championship game in the state in Frisco. North Carolina hangs on in overtime. Coming up later tonight, Marquette and New Mexico, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a busy day.
You see Belmont up there giving Kentucky all they want after earlier this year upsetting North Carolina. And I'll tell you what, that Belmont team's for real. Tyler Neal's had a solid game, only 2 points, but he's got 7 rebounds, 1 away from tying his career high.
And the senior on this squad with a couple of points in the game, but the missed free throw. So Oklahoma's had some stops and starts trying to extend this lead, and he'll split a pair.
Well, Tyler Neal has been in double-figure scoring 3 times this year after not a single double-figure scoring game all of last season. In fact, there's 4 Oklahoma Sooner players that have had more double-figure scoring games in 11 games than they did in 35 last season.
Part of the improvement they've shown up until this game. Sooners haven't been able to run much. They'll get out in transition here. And Caruso took the charge. He did so with 3 fouls, risking picking up another, but he got his feet set.
Now, Isaiah Cousins floating after he throws the pass, and watch Caruso right in the middle of your screen, sets up and draws that all the way down. That's a good call. Oklahoma extending that 1-3-1 now to a half-court trap. Falling back into a 1-2-2. You want to attack at the elbows like a big donut.
Sean Smith all alone here on the near side. A poke away, he'll the steal. Sooners with numbers. Booker was blocked by Caruso. And the former A&M ball boy come to play, taking a charge and a block in back-to-back possession.
Now, Alex Caruso is sneaky athletic. You don't think that he's explosive, and he does a nice job of making up for a bad turnover with a good hustle play on defense.
It's 17 starts as a freshman. He's taken over some of the point guard responsibilities, but showing more from his game than a normal point guard. There's Buddy Hield with the backdoor lay-in. Just keep waiting for one of these teams to go on a spurt for 5 or 6 minutes and put in some points. It hasn't happened.
We have been spurtless.
More free throws coming for Devontae Fitzgerald.
You know, you can learn and teach kids a lot, even in a game as ugly as this. If you're Lon Kruger or Billy Kennedy, you know, you say, hey, there are going to be nights where we're just not playing the way we're capable of on the offensive end. And this game's likely to come down to 1 or 2 kids making plays. And it is remarkable. I mean, absolutely almost indescribable that A&M is still in this game, shooting below 24%. And Lon Kruger's team just keeps turning the ball over, and Billy Kennedy's team can't make shots. The fact that they're down 7 is amazing.
A couple of makes in a row from A&M would really make things interesting. Fitzgerald gets a pair from the stripe.
Changing pressure a little bit, an adjustment by Billy Kennedy going to full court pressure.
Sooners have had a hard time holding on to the basketball. This time DJ Bennett had a pretty good look at it. Tyler Neal, another rebound and the putback. Maybe not the players we anticipated tonight getting it done for Oklahoma, but Tyler Neal has stepped up. Buddy Hield with those quick hands had a run out. He was trying to tap the ball forward right in front of us and lost it out of bounds.
Tyler Neal, a nice job following up, and Tyler Neal's bouncier this year than he was last year. More explosive. Looks like perhaps he's lost a little weight and doing a nice job. That now ties a career high on rebounds for Tyler Neal.
Texas A&M has had just 1 3-pointer in the game against this zone defense. Well, on Sunday, one of the most storied basketball programs in men's and women's history is on ESPN and ESPNU. First at 1, the #1 ranked UConn women, led by Breanna Stewart, take on Brittany Boyd, the upset-minded California Bears. 3:30, Shabazz Napier and the UConn men in action when they visit Washington. Doubleheader of UConn basketball, part of Holiday Hoops, presented by Kay Jewelers, starts Sunday at 1 on ESPN. Jordan Woodard now 13 points to lead all scorers, extending his Oklahoma lead to double figures.
Well, he just took that straight at Alex Caruso and perhaps trying to pick up the 4th foul on Caruso. Caruso did a nice job contesting it, was right up on him at 6'5". That's a tough play to shoot over. Watch the defense. I mean, up on him, got good timing, spread out, hand up. Nice basket.
Talking about a young man that took his team, Edmond Memorial in high school, to 3 straight championship game appearances, 2 titles. He had a big win, of course, playing with his brother, an outstanding player at Tulsa. So he's used to playing against maybe bigger and better competition. He's looked good tonight.
Well, the reigning Big 12 newcomer of the week and the reigning Tisdale National Freshman of the Week, Jordan Woodard.
Of course, if that number he's wearing looks familiar, it should. Mookie Blaylock wore that in Norman, an honored jersey there at Lloyd Noble Arena. Woodard couldn't get that one to stay down. A&M looking for that run that has not been there all game. And Jordan Green, hard to the rim, will go to the free throw stripe.
Well, that time Alex Caruso in transition was able to get down and penetrate the free throw line, forcing the defense to squeeze. And then as you kick the ball out and the defense expands, that's when you create driving lanes. And Jordan Green doing a nice job of not settling for the jump shot, but attacking the rim. Has really developed into a leader for Billy Kennedy this year. He was telling us before the game about, all of the new faces, and that's a look of frustration right there. Yeah, but he said he's really been impressed and pleased with Jordan Green's development as a leader, and Alex Caruso, just a sophomore, has shown good leadership. Courtney Robertson.
Been awfully young teams, and you look for leadership out of sophomores and juniors. Green with 1 of 2, so A&M hanging around. Oklahoma's been unable to put them away. Sooners are 10-1, off to the best start in 11 years since the 2008-2009 team, and a three-pointer. Frank Booker, his second long one of the game.
Just his 12th of the season, 11 games in and 12 three-point field goals for Frank Booker.
Nice move from Fabian Harris to answer. Harris putting some pressure on Woodard and the Sooners with those 20 turnovers tonight. Woodard to the rim and a chance for 3.
Well, the way the rules are being interpreted, it is awful difficult to pick up somebody as good off the dribble as Jordan Woodard. And if you're Fabian Harris, that is a tough assignment as Jordan Woodard comes straight into your living room. The Sooners up by 11.